Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bazile. Welcome to WildStar Wednesday for September the 24th, 2014. And this week we're going to be talking about Hugh Shelton leaving Carbine, Zybak getting banned for 7 days, a full week ban, and how WildStar has spoiled pretty much everybody. So the first topic I want to cover is something that really kind of saddens me to have to bring to the table. And Hugh Shelton posted on his Twitter probably a good, 53 minutes after the stream was done, maybe less, that today marks the end of my days working on WildStar. Best of luck to the team at Carbine going forward. So, for those of you who don't know, Hugh Shelton was the class design lead on WildStar, and in my opinion, he's done a very good job. And a lot of people have thrown negativity his way because the classes aren't balanced and there's lots of bugs, and this is very unfair because he is the lead designer. He's not a programmer. He's not in charge of the code. He's in charge of the way that the classes are designed. He's not even in charge of balance. He's just in charge of the way they're designed. There's multiple teams working on WildStar, obviously, and you can't blame one single person for all of the problems that happen. Now, I play a stalker mainly, and yes, there's been loads of problems with my class. Is it frustrating? Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating when your mail doesn't do any damage. That's annoying, but there's nothing you can do about it until they fix it, and he's not personally responsible for any of those bugs. You have to look at the way that the game has been brought forth and the way that their QA was kind of a little bit messed up, and they're working on fixing that and all that other stuff. So him leaving is, in my opinion, really, really sad because I think he did a really good job. And I know that that's probably not going to be a popular opinion, and frankly, I don't care. I think that in terms of the way that negativity has been thrown around with the announcement of him leaving is very, very cruel and very, very unprofessional and pretty much uncommunity-like of anyone has been doing the whole negative crap towards him. I mean, you guys really should be ashamed of yourself. It's something that you would never want anyone to say to you, so why the hell would you say it to someone that has poured his life into a product that you are continuing to play, by the way? And if you're not playing, why are you posting? Go away. There's no reason for you to post. So, Hugh Shelton, man, God bless in your future endeavors, and I really thank you for all the work that you've done for Carbine and WildStar, and I hope that moving forward you can find something that still gets you out of bed in the morning and makes you happy. So, best of luck to you, bud. All right, so now that the sad, depressing stuff is out of the way, we get to kind of a more, giggle topic, I guess. Not really sure why I called it that, but hey, first thing that pops in my head, why not? So, for those of you who don't know and don't really follow any of the content coming out for WildStar, there's about 4 of us left now, which, I mean, is okay because those 4 are going to be the kind of figureheads that really kind of keep the game in terms of content alive, and you got to give props to everyone doing that. And like it or not, Zybak is one of them. And Zybak is known for being very, very hot-headed. He has a temper. And frankly, I think he's kind of a douchebag. But that's just kind of my opinion. If you agree, great. If you don't, let me post in the comments below. Zybak is a known streamer, and he is in the top guild in the world for rating and endgame content. He got banned for 7 days. And his first tweet or Twitter post that he made was on the date of September 21st, which was 3 days ago. And he writes, exploiting medics get 72-hour bans. I get a week ban with no reason giving. What the blank? And he posted a picture of the ticket that they gave him. And just reading the information, they don't actually give a description the first time they get back. They say, I have reviewed the details of the incident after careful consideration of all the information we had, including your appeal. I am confident in the decision to suspend on the account. I understand your position on the topic, blah, blah, blah. That's never a good sign in any game when they're like, well, we've reviewed the information, we're still not going to give you a reason, you're still going to be banned. Generally, that tells me that he did something really bad. Of course, he's like, oh, I didn't do anything wrong, blah, blah, blah. And the next day, September 22nd, he posts, got banned for automatic gameplay. No, I wasn't botting my mining nods, BGs, mobs, or anything like that. I guess I got a reason now, though. Now, this tells me that he probably was doing one of those things. He was either... Normally when this happens, because I've experienced this myself in other games and other guildies getting banned, because I've known people that have done botting and that kind of thing. So I myself have never done it. I think it's honestly pointless. Why not just do it yourself? I mean, you're paying the money, so go do it yourself. Have fun. That's the whole point of the... Anyway, I think that he probably was doing something that was very, very bad. And the reason they didn't tell him at first is probably because they didn't want him to know that they caught him doing X thing. And this is generally how companies handle it. Generally, if someone is botting or hacking or exploiting to someone at that major, they're not going to tell you why. So if you try it again, they'll instantly catch you and just ban you for life. So this tells me that he definitely was doing something very, very wrong. There was speculation that he possibly was using some sort of exploit macro or something to get extra crits on his rampages proc or something like that. Apparently, the proc is only a 20% chance, and he was getting close to like 35%, which his guild logs confirm that and everything. And which confused me a little bit, but made sense because that's kind of a major exploit. I mean, medics who exploit do get banned for 72 hours. But the one of the Carbine devs by CRB Tyrus, I apologize if I'm butchering your name, said nothing in this post is related to Zybak's suspension. So nothing about the exploit that he was doing on Rampage had anything to do with that. Guys, that's a big deal. That means he was legitimately doing something very bad. And that's really, really, I don't want to say shocking, just because based on his personality, it fits. But it's not good for the community when a figurehead gets caught cheating. That you really don't need to, especially, I mean, he's playing a warrior. Let's all be honest here. Warriors have extremely good DPS. Engineers have good DPS without exploiting. So there was no need for him to even try and use this, and apparently he does, and that wasn't the reason he got banned, so obviously Carbine's not going to ban him for that. So my conclusion, he was probably botting or doing some sort of other thing that was just not good. And I want to encourage everyone to not do that. Because not only does it make the community look bad in and of itself, like, oh, they're cheating just because they're bored or whatever. I mean, that happens in every game, but it doesn't make you look good as a person. And this is going to tarnish his reputation pretty much to the end of the wall. He didn't have a good reputation to begin with, and this is pretty much his last hurrah in the community. And that's really sad, because he did a lot of really good things for WildStar at the beginning, and it's sad to see him fall so far. So, Zybak, man, I wish you all the best. I hope that you somehow recover from this and change your ways. But old habits die hard, and I'm honestly glad Carbine caught you. And yeah, don't be a douchebag next time. All right, so the last thing I want to go over is how has WildStar spoiled us? And this has been a topic that I've been waiting to talk to since like Friday when Arcage finally went up. It was Friday or Saturday. I don't remember when servers actually went up, quote unquote. Oh man, they were, whew. Let me put it this way. You know how when WildStar launched, we had maybe 24 hours of really bad server queues? And by really bad, I mean like 16-hour queues, and people were going crazy and throwing a fit. Yeah, try like being positioned 22,376 in a queue, and it's saying, oh yeah, your queue's going to be ready in 36 hours. That was Arcage for literally 3 days, and it's still queues. It's still bad. You're still having to wait in queue, and they are still getting tons and tons of problems. The game isn't just... For some reason, the game just was not optimized at launch, even though it was during the beta, and that was just weird. So that's a problem, which is normal in any MMO. But in terms of being spoiled, WildStar still holds the record for the best launch in MMO history, and honestly, in any online gaming history. They were quick, they were very efficient, and the only thing they did wrong was not collapse the servers after they opened too many. So, you know what? I think that when we go into a game expecting puppies and roses and all this fun stuff, we have to look at what we're given with and who we're dealing with. Carbine right now, even though they've made a lot of mistakes in the past and still have to get back their trust with, I believe, a lot of the community, because I do believe they have broken that trust. And they're doing a very good job at bringing it back. But I believe that the main reason why people go crazy is because they don't know how good they have it until they go to another game. And I'm guilty of this myself. And it's something that when we look at, the grass is always greener on the other side, right? So, like everybody, I was like, you know what? I'm kind of bored of doing all this stuff in WildStar. I'm going to go try Arcade. I couldn't log on. I still have yet to actually play the bloody game. I've been able to create my character as the server crashed. I was back in queue for 4.5 hours. And I was like, I'm going to go do something else. So, in terms of the way that WildStar is being handled, guys, we have it easy. We have it really good. I mean, look at ESO, for goodness sake. Look at Star Wars. Look at all these other MMOs that launch with just horrible reputation. I mean, honestly, the last good at launch was Star Wars Old Republic, and even that was bad. So, I think it's really unfair for us to try and criticize Carbine for small things that seem like major things. Yes, the medic bug is a big deal. Yes, the class balance is awful, and I'm not going to argue with that. Yes, the attunement process can be buggy sometimes and is kind of a grind and stops a lot of their core player base from actually experiencing and possibly staying with the game. But all that's going to get fixed. WoW wasn't perfect when it first launched. No MMO ever was. So I think that in terms of making sure that we are, as a community, grateful for what Carbine has done and is doing needs to happen, because like everybody else, myself included, I have been there. I have been that negative Nancy that has been overly critical, and that's wrong, and I want to apologize for that. That you can't do that. Everyone has bad days, I get it. But when you're frustrated with something, I mean, shout out to Jazzy, who's been kind of coaching me through that kind of stuff. Just let it go. Just rage to someone who's not a dev. Don't post on the forums. Don't post on Reddit. Just yell at your friends about it, and they'll just smile and agree with you, and you'll feel better. So now that that's out of the way, guys, again, Hugh Shelton, dude, big shout out to you, buddy. I really hope that everything goes well for you, and yeah, I just want to kind of say thank you, Carbine, for making me spoiled to never ever go to another MMO again, because I can't do tab target to save my life. I have tried. Holy crap, it's awful. So thank you for making a very, very amazing combat system. Thank you for making all this really cool stuff. And I know I sound like a fanboy right now, but hey, you know what? The game's really good. It's getting better. Drop 3, I'm very, very excited for. I really hope that it fixes a lot of things that they're boasting. And if it doesn't, you'll hear about it. And that's kind of what I'm here for. So, all right, guys, appreciate you listening, and have a wonderful afternoon, morning, or evening. God bless. I'll see you in Nexus. And God.